Introducing Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
It's easier than ever. Earn cash through tips. Attention, Passport Bros. Want to fund your travels while you're on the go? It's easier than ever. Earn cash through tips, paid posts, subscriptions, and affiliate links. All within our community. Multiple ways to stack your earnings. Track everything with our top-notch analytics dashboard. You'll always know what's coming in. Best part? You can withdraw your earnings straight to PayPal. Quick and easy. Sign up today, start earning, and fund those travels. Time to get paid, Passport Bro.
They don't appreciate us here.
It's an opportunity for them to go in search of spouses who they feel are going to be more subservient to them and do what they want, basically some sort of indentured servitude.
It's easier for these men to go overseas, get one of these victims.
A lot of these passport bros are exploiting a power imbalance economically.
Y'all are taking advantage of these women.
Okay, what's going on, fam? It's your man, BMT, man. We got a hell of a show for you guys today. I want to welcome everybody to the chat. It's been a minute if I did a live, man, but we here. We're going to knock this live on out, man. So what I did was I wanted to break everything down in an article that I wrote that we published on the Passport Bros app today, all right, by pretty much like ethnicity, because what I noticed was the fact that everybody that hates on the Passport Bros are kind of coming from a different angle. Like they hate this so-called movement for almost different reasons. Now, when a person has a problem or issue with something as massive as the Passport Bros, usually, especially when it comes to women, it's something it's internal that they have an issue with. So what I mean by that is white women have a different reason than the black women have a different reason, and the black man might have a different reason, and the white males might have a different reason. So we broke it all down in this article, man. We're going to talk about it. We're going to chop it up. All right. We're going to break everything down so you guys can kind of understand like where all this animosity and hatred is coming from for the Passport Bros, man. All right. Welcome everybody in the chat. We in here, man. We in here today, man. What up to CC? Salutations, my brother. How's everything going with you? We got Bluff Nerd City Nerd. I mean, you can see the vitriol in some of these women's faces, man. It's crazy. What up, Dylan? No music. What's good? What's good? Salute to my man, Jay Clyde. Always showing love in the building. Shout out my man, Jay Clyde, man. We are in here. All right, so let's hear a little bit more of some of this TikTok hate for the Passport Bros, and we'll continue with the article.
You feel that you need to go to Antarctica to marry a polar bear.
But they're still doing
that was random.
That, oh, we're just going to leave and go to another country and find women, or you're going to die alone. Good luck dying alone with your cats.
Get a polar bear.
Yeah, it is much easier for these passport bros to go to other countries and exploit younger, more impressionable, less educated or uneducated girls living in poverty.
You know why?
Okay, so let's start with the article. Let's go ahead and break this article down real quick, man, because we can go all night with this. All right. Before we do that, I want to give a shout out to my man Love Crossing Borders, always showing us love. Shout out to my man Andre. He said, "Let's go." What's good, Andre? Andre had a good show a couple of nights ago. I had tapped in for a little minute, man, about do expats care about the elections, man. You guys should definitely go check out that show. It was really good because he took the words right out of my mouth. You know, pause, no Diddy. It was just like, damn, like that's really how expats feel. Guys who live overseas feel about the politics in America. Because when you outside of America, it's like you get a vacation from all the melee or what I call the circus. And you really don't want to remind yourself of the circus was going on in America. Unfortunately, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of countries are paying attention to the American elections. You're right. Like if I go into just a random Kamado or something, I see they talking about Trump in Spanish. You know, if I go like the elections is just so, especially the DR, they are really tuned in on who the president of the United States is going to be, really because of the immigration policies, right? And it's funny because Dominicans will ask you, they'll sit there and ask you, we'll get right back to the subject. I don't want to get stressed off the topic too much, but they'll sit there and ask you, they'll be like, hey man, you know, what do you think about this? You know, you like for Presidente, you know, this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting here like, man, I ain't really thinking about that shit. You know, so I'm like, yo, I don't live in America no more. But I understand why it would be such a topic of concern or a subject of concern for you because of the massive differences of ideologies when it comes to immigration in America. So a lot of them, like, you know, a lot of them, their dream is to get to America. And, you know, not all, let me take that back, not all, because I have Dominican friends who just like, man, I did the American thing. You work too much. You guys work way too much. We like to work for a few hours a day, hang out and play dominoes at the Kamado. We can't really do that in America because you got to work, or live 20 deep to a family. And Dominicans ain't really with the, you know, 20 deep to a house type of thing. They like to have their own little spaces and everything. They like to go buy land and stuff like that. So you got some that want to do the American dream, but you got some that's like, you know what? Some of our family members live in America. They send a little money down when they can. They really do it like that. So very good show by my man Andre. I didn't mean to go off on that too much, man, but good show by my man Andre. All right, so this right here, let me pull this up. Hold on. This right here, guys, is the app right here. And one day I'm going to go through all the features of the Passport Bros app, man. We just constantly getting features. We got a new feature that we're working on that we were testing yesterday called Flight Lounge, which we know you guys are going to like. It's real sleek. The UI with it, real sleek, man. Shout out to my developers. One of them is actually on vacation right now. That's why I've been so busy, you know, with the app and everything, the technicals of the app. Because we got a couple of developers. That's the only thing with Passport Bros, man. Dudes be going on vacation. They just throw it all in the air. You know, my man in Colombia having fun. I said, hey, man, you know, good for you. But that's the only thing about working with other Passport Bros. They be taking a hell of vacations, man. All right, so what you guys see here is the blog page. You got all types of different blogs. All right. This is the one we dropped today, the real reason Passport Bros. The real reason everybody hates the Passport Bros. All right. This was a big topic in a group. We're in the app, our Passport Bros Monday Colonizers. That was a good one. Okay. So we got all types of articles, the golden rules of being a Passport Bro, to oppress women, make better wives. I mean, we got some pretty controversial articles here. Some written by myself, some written by other guys. So definitely check that out. Okay. And keep in mind, guys, the app is free. All right. You only pay for the monetization. Speaking of the monetization, before we get down to the breaking down of this article, speaking of the monetization, we just made an arrangement with PayPal, all right, that you guys can get your payments directly to your PayPal. We've been working on that for months. That's not a really easy thing to do for a lot of companies because of all the scams and stuff that's going on out here, the app stores and all this bullshit. But we have it set up now where you guys, when you guys earn your tips, once you cross over $25, the minimum, you guys can cash it right out to your PayPal, all right, directly to your PayPal. They just approved us for that. Like I think like what a couple, maybe like last week, they just approved us for that. All right, so that's even better. The app is fully monetizable, guys. I mean, you can't really beat it. It's one of the only apps of its kind that puts the content back in your hands of ownership, of making profits out your ownership. And guys are cashing out. The guys are cashing out. So make sure to download the Passport Bros app if you haven't already downloaded that app. All right. Shout out my man Brandon Clark in the building. All right. All right, let's get to the article, man. Let's get to the article. We almost got 100 people in the room, man. All right, so we're going to start off with the guys here. We're going to start off with the guys. It says, many men from various backgrounds dislike the Passport Bros because they simply can't afford the opportunity to live in this kind of lifestyle. For these men, the movement represents an unattainable ideal, highlighting the gap in wealth and freedom. All right. Okay. So this is the blog right here. You know, we keep it straight and to the point here. So let's start off with the white women. All right, let's start off with the white women. Now, the white women, it's an interesting thing with them because it's very different for why they hate Passport Bros more so than black men, black women. Reason being is because, you know, we all know that, you know, white guys been traveling the world, you know, doing, you know, leisurely things around the planet for quite a long time. You know, probably since the 80s, 90s, something like that. Guys have been going to Thailand, you know, stuff like that for a minute. So the thing about white women are honestly used to their men having a lot of options because they are looked at as the leaders of industry. Let's just be honest, right? It's not that they just, you know, because we know how snow bunnies be. Snow bunnies, if you got a little bag, they're gonna chase after it, whether you black, white, green, or yellow. But for the most part, you know, leaders of industry at this point in the world tend to be white guys, tend to be white. The men with all of the wealth tend to be Europeans for the most part. And I know some guys might look at this like, what are you talking about? What about Shaq? What about Charles Barkley? What about Michael Jordan? I'm talking about the guys that pay them. I'm talking about the guys that can give a meal like it's nothing, like it's no tomorrow. All right. The guys that own the buildings, the guys that own the basketball teams, the baseball teams, the billionaires, the trillionaires, all these guys that make money, they are kind of looked at as, okay, those guys are of the highest status in the world, besides some of the sheiks and stuff like that in the Middle East. But these guys, you know, looked at to have money. So they always been kind of used to them having to compete for their men to a certain degree. But that doesn't stop the fact that, what up, Ronan? That doesn't stop the fact that they still have issues with the so-called Passport Bros. All right. So it says right here, white women have long dealt with their men slightly sought after internationally and engaging with women from different cultures. However, many white women appreciate having a variety of options, including men who are more accommodating. So simps, basically. So they pretty much is battling over the simps. That's what the white women do. They just kind of battling over the fact that, okay, yeah, we get it. You know, white guys go to Thailand, they go to, you know, Philippines and whatnot, and they marry them a little Thai chick. That's cool and dandy, but we still need a pool of the white knight simps to be able to choose from in our older years. This is why a lot of the older women or middle-aged women have such an issue with the Passport Bros. All right, the fact that they already kind of knew this was kind of bubbling for years. They kind of knew that, oh yeah, white guys get divorced and they go to Thailand or something like that. But the fact that it's kind of being put out there is what they have the issue with. When their options begin to narrow, some feel uneasy about the shift in the dating dynamics. Okay, that's the thing about women. Women are real territorial, not necessarily because of the race. They're territorial about the resources. They territorial about the resources. And it's funny, man, because a lot of people don't know, but and there's been a lot of new millionaires coming to the frame with the internet and with crypto and all that good stuff. But before that, you had like your certain leagues and certain associations or groups or something that was kind of splintered off from the average white person to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Like they had their own little classism that's going on in white America. They've always had it. And you pretty much, if you think that you can kind of marry into wealth and then obtain the wealth from somebody like a Vanderbilt or something, like you got another thing coming. Like they pretty much safeguard their wealth within their family still. Now they got a lot of these divorce laws and all that you can take a little bag from a guy, but for the most part, when it comes to that real family wealth, it's very hard to obtain through divorce and marriage, unless you're like a celebrity or some shit like that. So in essence, the white women, they're kind of competing for pretty much resources, and they upset the Passport Bros because it went viral and it kind of spread that information to other white guys. That's why the white women are pretty much upset. They're not really ticked off too much about the Black Passport Bros sector for the most part. All right. Yeah, you're right, Saint Sinner. Not Saint Sinner. I can't stand that guy. Saint Cyr. All women like overtures, no matter race. You're absolutely right. We did a whole show on this about are women really race loyal? And for the most part, my personal opinion, no, they're not. Okay? No, they're not. They're resource loyal. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, to be honest with you. All right, now this is a big one. This is a big one. The black women, my sisters. You know, God love for my sisters, love them. But a lot of them have been hating on the Passport Bros. Okay? A lot of them been hating on the Passport Bros. Now we got to break down the biggest reason they hate on the Passport Bros. All right, the Passport Bros phenomenon particularly frustrates many black women. Studies often show that black men rank higher in desirability than black women on international dating platforms. Okay, so they did this massive study. You know, I think it was like Match.com or Tinder or something like that. And the brothers get more matches. To go further than that, even in my, experiences overseas, it's not the fact that, foreign man ain't checking for them. It's just that men hold a different value internationally. And a lot of the sisters don't like or are not comfortable with black men knowing that they have a vast amount of options overseas, especially interracially. That's the big issue they have, because they look at us as a possession to a certain degree. All right. And it's not really, I hate to try to blame them or anything like that on the way they look at this, because it's been kind of constructed by the dominant society on how our relationships are. So you can't really take it too personal how they view us, but they do view us as kind of being a step above us. And they are, as far as America is concerned, it's socially, the social ladder, they do put black women a step above us. It is what it is. They get all the loans, all the laws, and everything, right? But internationally, if black men find out that they're highly desired, even fetishized to a certain degree overseas, they really get upset at that. All right. Article goes on to say the reality compounds frustration for some black women as they face a shortage of available black men that are not incarcerated, living alternative lifestyles, because you got the alternative lifestyles out here, or already married. So they're saying that the fact that, okay, it's already kind of like a shortage, you got all types of stuff with the dating market in the States for available working class black men, on top of all the demands you have and all the crazy stuff about being 6'2", all the red balloon challenges and all this social media bullshit. It makes it more and more difficult for them to actually get with somebody that they so-called like temporarily. That's all that shit is, really, temporary likeness. And it could be an issue. Seeing black men explore interracial relationships with newfound ease can feel like a further reduction in available partners. Okay, but that's the issue. That really is like somewhat of an issue. I mean, it's a lot of evidence. I mean, it's not only evidence. Let me keep it real. I was dealing with some sisters in Brazil, cool sisters, love them to death, still talk to them, sparingly. And they were just like, the dating in Brazil is trash. She's like, it's terrible. She's like, if I knew it would be this bad, I would have never came here, because there's no way possible I'm going to find a man in this country full of beautiful women that are young, in shape, pretty, and willing to do, for the most part, whatever a man wants them to do. It's just no way, right? And I was like, yeah, for the most part, it is what it is. And the crazy part about it, I still remember that she was just like, Aaron, I don't date black men. I don't date American black men, but you're different. And I'm like, well, how am I different? I'm an American black man. Like, what are you talking about? I'm no different. Like I'm I'm American black man. But she was saying that not only because the options are very limited overseas, she was saying that because she felt like she had a better chance at getting a man that respects her, right? And understands her culture. Like the culture thing matters more almost for the woman than it does the man. What I mean is it's easier for the men to go into the Philippines, go into Thailand, go in there and just kind of adapt to the culture to a certain degree. You're eating different foods, you're hearing different music, and that's cool and everything. But for the women, that's going to be kind of like they're going to feel kind of uncomfortable being at like all Asian, family reunion. They're going to feel a little certain way, not understanding this stuff. Like it's different. And it's also somewhat of a safety issue to a certain degree. Right. So it's different. It's vastly different for the most part. And I still don't understand why they wanted to live overseas like that. I just be wanting to ask them one day, like, why do you want to live overseas when you have a whole powerhouse of simps in the States? Like, just stay over there. You got all your options over there. All right. What up, Kiwi? Passport Flexi? Yeah, we get way more matches, bro. We get way more matches. It really is. I mean, if you in any country in Asia, you're gonna do well as a black man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. White guys, they do super well too. But I mean, if you in certain countries, really anywhere, to be honest with you, bro, brothers be doing pretty well. They be saying all that colorism shit about the DR. I just went to a rooftop lounge last weekend with my old lady, and it was just like all I saw was dark-skinned Dominicans with light-skinned Dominican women. Like it's just, you don't know if they black, Haitian, Dominican. You don't know what it's just a mix here. So people are still doing what they're doing. What up, Flyboy Way? What's good? What's good? All right. What up, Backpack Val? What's good with you, man? Heard from you in a while, my brother. All right, so let's go to Latino women. I think I got a super chat. I don't think I caught that super chat. Let me get super chat. All right, shout out to my man Ronan the Travelers. Ronan, I'm still waiting for us to link up, bro. I've been waiting on you, my brother. I'm in San Domingo. This is a great topic, bro. You dropping facts, Ronan DR, man. Shout out to my man in the DR, man. People be hating on the DR. I don't know why people be hating on the DR. Brothers, I'm trying to tell you. All right. Matter of fact, don't come. The DR's trash. Don't come. But I'm going to tell you. In my experience, and I've been in Colombia, I've been in Brazil. I'm telling you, man, you got a shot out here, brother. You got some good wifeable women out here, to be honest with you, bro. And they be looking for them a little American. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not for just the green card thing and the money thing. They just want something different, man. They want somebody that's respect. What I get most from Dominican women is they want somebody that respects them. All right. That's what I get from Dominican women the most. They want somebody that's going to respect them. All right. All right. So let's go to Latina women. This is going to be interesting. Right. It's going to be interesting. Shout out to my personal assistant that wrote this article. She felt a certain way, but she said it was kind of spot on. She was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Let's just be real. Let's be real. All right. So many Latino women, especially those who are English speaking, align themselves with American women's values and perspectives. They admire the independence and freedoms associated with American culture, but may not fully understand the long-term impact feminism has had on family structures. Okay. So they really kind of look up to the dysfunction of American hookup culture, not really knowing the backlash and how American culture is just kind of in the trash. I mean, you see it all over. Now, not to say that their culture is perfect, all right, because you got a lot of single mothers in Latin America too, all right, but they still kind of got that family structure. And I think what it is the fact that it's not normal for them to kind of move out from their parents' house until they get into a relationship or until they get married, because a lot of times it's not even safe for them. I had a friend of mine out there in it's not Laureles. What's that area? Damn it, it slips my mind because it's almost next to Laureles, but it's a decent little zone out there. It's right on the tip of my tongue too. Damn it. Anyways, it was her living with her cousin in an apartment together. And some dude climbed up in her window. She was on like the second floor. Some dude climbed up in the window and hopped in the bed. And I think he put a knife up to her neck, right? And she started screaming uncontrollably. And her cousin ran in. The guy ran off and stuff like that. So in essence, it's not even necessarily safe for women to kind of live on their own in most Latin American countries, right? Colombia, stuff like that. It's not safe. I had a girl I was dating, Venezuelan girl. It was her and her mom, and they didn't have that much as it was. They didn't really have that much. And somebody broke in their crib while they was there, took all their shit. I mean, it's just so, in essence, because that women stay home, I think the parents can kind of watch them from going crazy with this whole Sex in the City bullshit. It's something about a woman having her own place, man, that's just take it to another level. You know what I'm saying? Zerman said, my wife is from San Domingo. Yeah. All women love money. It's not going to change. I love comfortable conditions. Grow up. All right. Decades of these cultural shifts have contributed to a decline in traditional family values, affecting the stability of the American family and ultimately American culture itself. So in essence, Latino women, especially Brazilian, Colombian, stuff like that, they kind of look up to the women from up north because they see the success. They see that, oh, they're independent. They drive a nice car. You know, they don't have to listen to no man. They can do what they want. They can work and they can go party all night and hook up with random men. It's that type of shit, Latino, because they just don't know. You have to sit there and explain to them why things are the way they are and why the American dream can come the American nightmare, because you've been partying, you've been doing your thing, you get pregnant by one of these so-called bad boys or random dudes you've been fucking with. Now you're a single mom, and now you hate all men by the time you're 30. And you crying on TikTok and YouTube, and you're mad at Passport Bros. You know, so they got to be careful. All right. Now we roll into white men. Right. So, you know, we going to the guys now. We're going to the guys now. All right. And this is true. This is true to frame. I've seen this all in, you know, places like Tyler, stuff like that. You know, white guys for the most part, and I'm not talking about my white Passport Bros. I'm talking about the white guys who are not comfortable seeing the brothers in different spaces. I remember one time, you know, I was with a friend of mine. He's a cool white dude. And we was in this club, and he was just like, damn, I ain't never seen so many black guys in here before. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, we're a little heavy in here tonight. You know, this is in Thailand. And I didn't really feel a certain way, because sometimes it's about how somebody says something. And he's cool. He ain't with brothers all the time. But it was just like, I understood where he's coming from to a certain degree. Like, I ain't, you know, it's like, this is, you know, he's never seen these brothers in this, you know, Thailand right now, you know. So in the article, it goes on to say, some white men may be uncomfortable with the fact that Passport Bros movement was initiated and popularized by black men. That's another reason, because they study trying to steal the trademark and shit, you know what I'm saying? But the association represents a shift from the norms they typically see in global dating trends. So they seeing brothers in Colombia, they seeing brothers in Thailand, they seeing brothers in Russia, you know, black Americans. And the issue is, it's like, okay, these ain't Africans. These is black Americans. They got money. Matter of fact, they make more money than me, you know? So that in certain cases, you know, that could be somewhat of an issue. It's like, damn, you know, now I got to compete with the brothers, because the brothers bring in a different dating dynamic. You can never discount a brother when it comes to women, no matter his looks or his size, because in essence, a lot of us got soul, spirit, swag, funny. You know, when people talk about all this short shit, I still be laughing, because I'd be like, yo, you know, my uncle was like 5'5" and 5'6" or something, just had all the women in Atlanta, celebrities coming by the house and shit, because he was like Martin. He was one of the funniest people you ever meet in your life. You know, if you can make a woman smile and laugh, that go a long way. So I still be laughing at some of these dating coaches about, you know, being short and all that. I'd be like, bro, it's really about words when it comes to women. It's really what you say. All right. I know plenty of fat Macs and all that. That doesn't necessarily apply to other ethnicities of men. Other ethnicities of men have to have money, status, You know, like they just got to have something different to attract and peacock to their local women versus when the brothers get involved, brother go in there, you know, with some Dusty Jordans on, you know, something like a little hoodie or something, but he can dance or something, or he can, you know, we just a little different. And women like confidence, and women like something different. They like something in their eyes that's exotic. They like something that comes from the left field. Brothers are known to have game and everything. So you're going to have, you know, guys that local guys, white guys that just like, damn, we got to deal with the brothers now. They ain't already took all our women in America. You know, that's kind of how they're looking at it for the most part. Shout out to my man Tiberius. When immigrants come to the U.S., they go back home to get their women. That's facts. Why should we feel ashamed for doing the same? The West values hyper indecency way too much. Shout out to you for $10 super chat. You're absolutely right. All right, we in here heavy. We in here heavy. All right, guys. So now let's go to the black man. Oh, you thought we was gonna get escape? No, let's go to the brothers. Let's go to the brothers. You know we got some hating ass brothers. That's why I made sure the picture was good. All right. We got some hating ass brothers out here, man. All right. And it's probably this right here is the most dangerous out of everybody. Right? The women, whatever, we not have to deal with them, whatever. Right? White guys that feel uncomfortable, we overseas, y'all ain't really too much I can do about it, especially the American white men. All right. Local men, we might have to deal with some static every now and then, but for the most part, they kind of leave you alone wherever you at. Because most of us gonna be in tourist sections anyway. Now, the issue, the biggest issue right here is what's been holding black men back for the last couple of centuries. All right. It's the Plantation Bros. They missed us, some of them in the chat, some of them in the Facebook group. Okay. It's the Plantation Bros. Now, let's break it down why the Plantation Bros don't like the Passport Bros. Unfortunately, some black men harbor negative views towards the Passport Bros movement. In part, this stems, and I've been saying this for a long time, from remnants of plantation era politics that continue to shape some black men's thinking, leading them to adopt attitudes of envy and competition rather than collaboration. Somebody posted a picture in the group, the private Facebook group, the Passport Bros Facebook group. It's a brother overseas enjoying his time, having a good time with his lady, and everybody has to talk ish. You know, they really hating instead of being happy for the brother, because you know what we go through in the States, man. You know it's hard. Damn, be happy for the brother. But instead, you get all type of criticisms. You know, she's using you for money. She's this. She just, look at her. She wants that green card. This, that, and the other. You know, man, she's in her 20s. You in your late 30s. What kind of sicko is? Like, come on, bro. It's always something. It's always hate. Okay. I call it the Plantation Bros. It went viral. You know, I'm the first one that coined that phrase. Passport Bros, by the way, too. But the Plantation Bros, these men often act as the biggest adversaries of the Passport Bros because they kind of mix themselves in with their jealousy contributing little to the broader community. And unfortunately, man, when you're a black man and you got some type of success, you got to really watch that jealousy, man. That jealousy and envy is a mug amongst black men. That shit worse than the women. I swear. You almost think it's our love language to a certain degree. The reality is, if you're a black man with some type of success, man, keep your circle small. Don't hold too much company because it ain't going to be too many people that's going to be happy for you besides your father or something like that. I'm just going to keep it real with you, black man. All right. And this goes beyond the Plantation Bros. Just in general, keep your circle small. That's just from my suggestion from an older black man to my younger black man. Because some of the guys who think will ride with you, they ain't going to really ride with you. And as soon as you start to go up a higher level than them, maybe they do it subconsciously or maybe they do it directly, but they're going to try to kind of pull you down. Even when it comes to like joking, talking shit and shit like that, you got even watch that because sometimes you might internalize that because words are very powerful. Words are extremely powerful. So even watch the guys that have like undermining little jokes and shit. You know how we kind of roast each other a little bit and shit like that. Even be careful with that because a lot of guys, man, they really don't want to see you do better than them. Even if you put the work in, they don't want to see the elevate. You know, You got to be careful with the brothers, man. Brothers' love language is, in a lot of cases, jealousy. A lot of them weren't raised by fathers. A lot of them are looking for some form of validation that they didn't get from their father. So they just internalize their emotions like women. Not all, but a lot of brothers, unfortunately. And one of the main things, the core of a woman, is jealousy. Like Jay-Z said, that's a female trait. I can honestly say, growing up, even though I went to private school, a lot of guys had more money than me. So I guess I was used to, my family was working class for the most part, even though they sent me to private school. But I can tell you right now, like, I had to grow up and just see, kids with a whole lot more money than me. And I was like, it just was normal to me. So I wasn't able to develop those feelings towards seeing people with more than me. I always just felt like I just work up to it. Because if they can obtain it, I can obtain it. And that's the attitude you need to have too, as a man in general. Okay? All right. What up, Andre? Oh, okay. Andre right there. So, in essence, guys, by examining these perspectives, it's easy to understand why passport bros stir up so much controversy across different groups. Each reaction reflects deeper dynamics in dating, freedom, and modern relationships today. So, in essence, man, listen, passport bros is a great ideology to have. Okay. All it does is give you a massive amount of options, in concerns of dating options, stacking your cheese, entrepreneurship, all types of things. And because of that, those opportunities, man, people are going to have issues with it. And it's the thing about the passport bros. You got guys that are just not in a position yet to be able to travel, and they might envy you because you was the one that didn't have a whole bunch of baby mamas. You was the one that didn't go to prison or go to jail or something like that. You kept it on the straight and narrow. You got your education. You figured out a way to get out of states or spend long periods of time outside the states. And for the most part, man, one of the things you got to let go is that old circle. Even some of your old women, like even the old women, they're going to be coming at you too. They're going to want to come and see you overseas. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. All right. Some of your old homeboys, hey man, I see you out there in Brazil, dog. I'm gonna come on out there with you, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it, because you have elevated above that. There's nothing wrong with just saying, hey man, I got love for you. I know we grew up together, man. We had a good time, but I'm just on different. I'm just doing something different right now. I just like my little isolation. I just like my isolation. Ain't no love lost. When I see you, it'd be like I just left tomorrow. But for the most part, I got goals, I got ambitions, and I don't need no distractions. Okay. And and the cool thing is, a lot of brothers I meet all kind of on the same type of time, especially the expats that live overseas. They just want to get them a chick and relax and kind of fall off in the cut and do their own thing. All right. What up, Iman? Iman says facts. All right. All right. All right, so guys, let me keep this one short, man. Make sure to download the Passport Bros app. We're working on some new features out there. Make sure to download it, man. It's a real dope app. The official Passport Bro app, guys, are joining it every day. We got about almost 5,000. All right, it's a creator. I'm not gonna say his name, YouTuber, who's he has like 500,000 subscribers, bro. 500,000 subs, and he has like 1,000 in his community. So that just goes to show you the power of the brand of the Passport Bros, because we already at 5,000 downloads. That's a lot of people. So we have a lot of activity in the app. Man. And also, we starting to catch our groove a little bit too. Guys are knowing what type of posts are making the best monetization. So guys might post a club or a bar or something like that and give it a little rating, a couple of stars, and they say, hey man, this is a cool little rooftop lounge you can meet women at. Guys would tip those type of posts because it was information that would change, would change their experience. The crazy part is I see this all the time in the groups, and guys hit me up all the time too. They come out here and they have no itinerary. They don't know where to go, or they do something during the day and they just don't kind of know, what to do. That's one of the biggest things that guys have. I know guys that went to Brazil didn't even have a good time because they didn't know what to do. They didn't know where to go. All right. So those type of posts do pretty well, man. They do pretty well. All right. All right. All right, guys. So we out. Peace.